So while Ian's pouring this beer, let me tell you about the cigar that I smoked this week. It was the Elogio Serie LSV Robusto. And I picked this one up on my recent trip to New Orleans. Elogio is a boutique cigar maker that produces a relatively small amount of cigars each year, so you may have to do some looking for this one if you're interested. I got it at Crescent City Cigars in the French Quarter in New Orleans. Elogio is a Portuguese word that means praise. The cigars are made in Nicaragua, not in Portugal. They're made in the town of Somoto, which is a little bit to the north of Esteli. It was an attractive-looking cigar, as you can see here if you're watching the video feed. A deep brown color, classy band, and the pre-light sniff was very promising. Earth, leather, and deep tobacco notes. Cold draw was much the same, with a little barnyard coming through and a hint of citrus. Now, the Serie LSV is a Nicaraguan puro, so with the wrapper it uses being a Nicaraguan Sun Grown Oscuro and all Nicaraguan tobacco. I'm used to Oscuro tobacco being a little darker than this,
generally it's very dark.
All good. So I lit it up with a torch, and I got a nice Nicaraguan pepper blast on the very first few puffs. It wasn't too harsh, though. It settled down very quickly to reveal a cigar that I knew right away that I was going to enjoy. You know that feeling when you've just got it lit, it just settles down, and you're like, oh, this is going to be a good one.
Here we go.
I love it. Yeah. Pepper note was more cayenne than black pepper, but it wasn't overwhelming. Lots of leather on the palate and a growing nuttiness, kind of a hazelnut sort of a vibe to the cigar. Really delicious. This continued through the first third and into the second, where the pepper started to recede in favor of a creamier vibe, and the hazelnut note, which now with the creaminess started to remind me of a latte with hazelnut syrup.
Oh, nice.
You know, or you ever smell like just a coffee where somebody has put the hazelnut syrup into it? That's kind of what it reminded me of. Anyway, the Elogio had a reasonably straight burn. It didn't show any construction issues. It produced a good quantity of smoke, which coated my tongue in a kind of a velvetiness. I don't know if that's a real word or not. The final third continued with hazelnut and cream with just enough pepper and a small tea leaf note. A really great blending of flavors on this one all the way through. No construction issues and a nice room note as well. I would peg this one as a genuinely full-bodied cigar, too. This was not medium full. This was full. Great for after a nice steak dinner paired with a full-bodied red wine. I kind of feel like I discovered a gem on this one. It's an $8 to $9 stick, so it's not like wildly overpriced. And even though I saw a review of it online that complained a little about the construction, mine burned perfectly. It has me wishing I'd bought more of them in different sizes to try them because it was really good, and I don't see them that often in the particular cigar shops that I frequent. What's really nice about the Elogio is that it does not sacrifice complexity for full-bodiedness. It makes it right up my alley for my particular palate when it comes to cigars. So with excellent flavors, it was a pleasure to smoke. I recommend it for people who like stronger full-bodied cigars, and a caution against it if you like milder smokes. Price to quality, solid 6 on this baby.
Nice.
It was very, very good.
Punching a little above its weight class.
Right. So I got that in Louisiana. I get this beer in Louisiana.